All right, let's get into it. We're going to be looking at a really powerful new tool from Google today, and it's designed to tackle a problem that, let's be honest, we all have, just being totally overwhelmed with information. You know that feeling, right? Like you are literally drowning. You're trying to learn something new, maybe start a big project, or even just make an important decision, and the info you need is just everywhere. I mean, it's a total mess. You've got PDFs over here, websites and articles with like 20 tabs open. You've got YouTube videos, Google Docs, notes from meetings, and that's not even counting all the ideas just bouncing around in your own head. Trying to connect all those dots, it can feel impossible. But what if you had an AI assistant that was built for that exact kind of chaos? Well, that's the whole idea behind NotebookLM. And here's the key thing to get. This is a tool for understanding your information. That's a huge shift from how most AIs work. Think of it like this. Instead of an AI that's read the entire messy internet, you get a personal assistant that has only read the specific stuff you give it. Your documents, your videos, your notes. It's an expert, but it's an expert exclusively in your world. And this approach is so different from general AIs like Gemini or ChatGPT. Because NotebookLM is grounded only in your sources, the risk of it hallucinating, just making stuff up, is incredibly low. Its main job isn't just to be creative, it's to help you synthesize and really get a handle on the material you already have. So how do you actually use this thing? Well, the core idea is brilliantly simple. It really just comes down to 3 steps. First, you just add your sources, all that scattered stuff we talked about. The second you upload them, boom, the tool creates automatic summaries and a guide for each source. And from that moment on, you just start talking to your documents. You ask questions and have a real conversation with your own info. And you can ask some incredibly smart, specific questions. Check this out. A user uploaded 3 of their personal health reports, plus a few articles and videos about fasting, and then asked this. This is a question that cuts across completely separate, different kinds of documents. And this response is just perfect. It gives a straight answer, but look at those little numbers in the brackets. Those are citations. If you click on one of them, it takes you to the exact sentence in the original document, whether it was the health report or the fasting article, that backs up what it's saying. It's amazing. No more guessing where the AI got its answer. But, a simple Q&A is really just the tip of the iceberg. The real magic, the really cool stuff happens when NotebookLM starts to reimagine your information in ways you've never thought of. I mean, seriously, just think about that for a second. What if you could just press a button and have all those notes and articles turned into a private podcast just for you? Well, you can actually do that. It's a feature called Audio Overviews. It creates a podcast-style conversation between 2 AI hosts, and they just discuss your documents. They talk about the key themes, the connections, the big ideas. It is an unbelievable way to review your material. And okay, this is the part that is it's mind-blowing. There's an interactive mode where you can literally interrupt the AI hosts while they're talking, ask your own follow-up question, and they'll answer you, and then just continue their conversation. It's totally wild. Okay, but maybe you're more of a visual person. What if you really need to see the structure of your information to get it? Well, with just one click, NotebookLM can generate a full mind map of all your sources. It organizes everything into these core concepts and subtopics so you can visually see how all the different ideas connect to each other. You can even click on a part of the map to dive deeper. So this all sounds really cool in theory, right? But how are people actually using this thing day to day? Let's look at some real-world examples. For students, oh man, this is an absolute game changer. You can upload all your lecture notes and instantly turn them into study guides, FAQ sheets, or even get it to generate a quiz to test yourself. It's like having a personal AI tutor that's on call 24/7 and knows your class material perfectly. For professionals, the uses are just endless. Imagine taking dense meeting transcripts and pulling out the action items in seconds, or drafting a high-level briefing doc for your boss, or analyzing a bunch of competitor reports to spot the key trends. We're talking about taking tasks that used to take hours and doing them in minutes. And it's not just for work or school. You could plan a whole trip by throwing travel blogs, YouTube videos, and PDFs into one notebook to get a personalized plan. You could even upload your own journal entries to get a new, kind of objective perspective on your own thoughts. So, what's the secret sauce here? What makes all of this possible? Well, there's one core piece of tech that makes all this work, and honestly, it's a massive leap forward.
25 million.
That is how many words NotebookLM can hold in its short-term memory, its context window, for a single project. To give you some perspective, that's like having a research assistant with a perfect photographic memory for an entire library of books, all at the same time. And to really see what that number means, just look at this comparison. It absolutely dwarfs the capacity of other top AI models. It's not even in the same league. This huge memory is what lets it make connections across thousands and thousands of pages without ever losing track. So really, it all comes down to this. When you have a tool that can absorb and remember absolutely everything you give it, every single article, every note, every transcript, the potential for what you can discover is just enormous. The question isn't just about finding information anymore. It's about finding the hidden connections you never knew were there.